Welcome back to the channel, people. You don't know, your boy back again with another battle, and today is a weather war against my challenger, Mr. Monarch. So yes, we had a challenger who came in the comment section and decided, hey, the boy come bring the heat. So I accepted, and this is actually the first battle we had. I posted the second battle already because that was much shorter and easier to work on. But yeah, we have a weather war here, and I'ma just go straight into it. We ain't playing no games. And remember, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Want to make a challenge? Just come in the comment section, people. So here we go. So you done the boom. Are outside in the courtyard. And turn one, my boy leads with his Clodsire. And we go with our shiny Mr. Breloom. Where's the miss? Yeah, shiny Mrs. Breloom. So yeah, I lose nothing here by clicking for the going for the spore. So turn one we just go spore. And we're looking in a very solid position here. I'm just gonna go for the Swords Dance on my next turn, and let's see what our opponent decides to do here. His best option to me would have been to switch and then bring in something that could threaten the Breloom and, you know, get rid of my sash, because you know, most times Breloom are always sash. So yeah, he stays asleep and I'm just gonna go for the Bullet Seed. And here Iron Jesus decides to bless me, because as you will see, the Bullet Seed goes and hits 4 times. For me, I usually never get 4 and 5 times. It's usually 2 and 3. So I thank Iron Jesus for the little blessing there, see me. So down goes the Clodsire and in comes Kilowattrel. So yeah, it's not looking very good for me here. And this is a misplay on my part too, because I could have just went for the spore again, and I did not. And this is why I don't like to play and be disturbed. I think at the time somebody came into my room and was talking to me, so I was like a little bit out of it, not concentrating, but hey, so you go. So yeah, my boy goes for the Volt Switch and in comes his Fortress. So look at that. If I stayed in and went spore again, I would have gotten hit by a Volt Switch and slept this Fortress here. Unless my boy was packing like, he could have went something else anyway, but you get the point. So I am Scarf Raging Bolt here, so I'm just gonna go Terror for the extra boost and Volt Switch out of here myself. So we get our crystals all up and running, and we just slap it with a Volt Switch and almost do a cool 50%. I was hoping to do a little bit more, you know, but I guess that Fortress would have had some special defense investment. So now I bring in my Great Tusk here. So in comes Mr. Tusk as my opponent sets his rocks. Man, I set stone all over the field to dig up people in their foot. Or as the boy Hayden says, I probably butchered the name anyway, the little Legos. So yeah, just gonna run a rapid spin here. And you know they always say hindsight is 20/20. I should have just went for the knockoff and then rapid spin on whatever came in, depending on the situation. But hey, in comes the Pelipper, and I spun here and got rid of those pesky little stones. And now he has his rain set up, and it's looking like problems for us. So yeah, best choice here is just to reset the weather with my Ninetales and then see what he decides to do. So in comes our Ninetales, and this Ninetales is actually a bulky set running max defense, because Ninetales actually has decent bulk, just lacking in the HP department in my eye. If Ninetales had a bit more HP, it would be a menace. Like, imagine like a Vaporeon. Vaporeon hardly has any defense, but due to the HP, physically defensive Vaporeon is bulky as hell. So yeah, in comes this Fortress again, And I was thinking, yeah, this man can't dare go left the submarine out for take on flamethrower. But I actually do have the nasty plot, so I said, let me just nasty plot here because I know this thing is not staying up. Sometimes I feel like I should put back on hypnosis, but hypnosis is just lacking in accuracy, man. It's just too ridiculous. So we actually nasty plot here. As he comes back in with his pelipper, I try to wet down the place. My partner just cool him, man. That's how much water you want to run over here. So yeah, I decide, you know, hey, let's just go for the extra sensory just to get a bit of chip because I know he's probably expecting a switch. And luckily, RNGesus blesses us again with a flinch. So far for this game, I seem to be just lucky as hell. So now I'm just gonna hard switch because I think I've had enough luck so far. I hard switch and bring in my fortress here. And I think at this point, because my fortress is especially defensive, I'll be able to shake off any attack from, you know, anyone he brings in. So it was seeming like a very good idea on my end. So yeah, my opponent brings in his fortress here as well, and we're both gonna munch on our leftovers a little bit. You know, nom nom nom. Get a cool little bit of HP recovery. Here should have just hard switched again, but you know, as I said, hindsight is what? 2020. So I'm gonna just run his spikes as he sets up his hazards as well, and then I'm gonna get out of here because I will force him to rapid spin, and he's going to do the same thing to me when he sets up his hazards. So yeah, choices. I could reset the weather, or I could rapid spin and get rid of my hazards. So what I end up going for here now is I sunny day and reset the weather, and then on the next turn I can rapid spin and get rid of the hazards. So my opponent withdraws, and in comes Kilowattrel again. And as you will see coming, it's a bad trade on my end because I keep forgetting about that move Weather Ball. As you know, it changes type depending on the weather. Luckily for me, I was able to get up to full HP and activate my ability Sturdy. So we take that and we managed to get the rapid spin off, but unfortunately it cost us our fortress. So it's not looking very good. It's not looking very good at all. As you will see in this match, there misplays are made, but at the end of the day, the game was fun, so you just enjoy it, man. Come back better next time, you see me? So yeah, I decided to sack my fortress here, which I should have just probably switched and taken this weather ball like nothing. But you know, as me tell you, hindsight is what? 2020. So for now, I'm gonna just start calling myself the average battler because sometimes clearly I'm not playing at the top of my game. That's what happens when you don't play a game in a while. So yeah, now I bring in my Raging Bolt with his photosynthesis boost, and you don't know how Guanya drop a Draco. You probably did not expect us to be scarfed as well, and I'm gonna just drop a Draco in this thing's face. So down goes the Kilowattrel. So in the end it kind of worked out for me because him being able to take out my fortress probably gave him a little hype, you know, false sense of security because he actually got one down. So yeah, it was trade for trade. Most likely probably didn't expect to be scarfed. So yes, we're just gonna switch and reset our weather here, and in comes our lovely Ninetales again. I think at this time I should change the spikes on my fortress to Stealth Rock I definitely have to go and make that change. So in comes this fortress again. And here again, I should have expected the switch. Like, he's not staying in here. But then again, when you battle so many random people online, you battle a lot of varying skill levels, and sometimes it's very easy to over predict because you expect somebody to do something and they don't do it. And that's what always happens to me. Over I over predict a lot basically. But yes, that was a good play on my opponent's part, not allowing himself to over predict as well. Because remember the last time the fortress was in front of the Ninetales, I nasty plotted. So yeah, in comes my Raging Bolt as he goes for the U-turn. And back goes his Pelipper. And in comes this lovely menace. That's what you just have to call it, this lovely menace Dragonite. And then here I should have just dropped a Draco again. But you see, I did not want to give up my Raging Bolt as yet. And most likely, you know, because of multi-scale, probably would have lived anyway. So I just wanted to break the multi-scale and then come back in. I should have went Ninetales here as well, but no, I went Great Tusk. At this point now, my opponent decides to show off some tech. Like, when last or whenever have you seen Agility Hurricane Dragonite? That shit there shows individuality, and that shows different kind of thinking. That shit caught me off guard. I was not expecting that at all. That's usually not the way I see Dragonites being run. And it was surprising. That shit caught me. That shit caught me, man. So now, I go back into my Raging Bolt, thinking, okay, I'ma just clap this thing a thunderclap, you know, just to get a bit of chip damage. But then, I have opened myself to a prediction war. Because remember, Thunderclap only goes first if my opponent selects a move. And look what my opponent decides to do. My boss goes for the Terra. You don't know. No, Terra Dragon. I was probably thinking, yeah, this man would probably be Terra Flying or something. No, it's Terra Dragon. He's gonna resist the Thunderclap and take it. Like, played. I got played. My mans was playing chess and me they looked on the TV screen. What me they do? Jano style. So down goes my Raging Bolt. And now it's looking very, very bad for me. But then, you know, I always remember, well, not always remember, but this thing, Comfy, an underrated legend. This thing has gotten me out of so many binds, it is not even funny. It is not funny. So he goes for the Hurricane. And look at the damage this thing does. Hardly anything. So I'm just gonna start clapping some Calm Minds here. And then, again, this is why I always say, when you're playing mons, you always play like you're down 3-0. Because, or 3 or 4, whatever. But you always play like you're on the back leg. Because you never know what can happen in the game. Because at this point, I'm like, shit. That's it for me. Now, this fortress come in here. And I know if this man only go for two gyro balls, I'm outside. The battle is lost. But as I tell you, you always play till the last moment, because in this game you never know what can happen. Man can over predict, you know, you might get a minimum roll for the damage. You just never know. So look at this now. I go for the stored power and he sets up rocks. If he went gyro ball here, he would have been easily able to take me out 2 hit. But he set rocks. And then I'm going to now follow his misplay with a misplay of my own. And instead of going for the stored power again, I decided to go for the draining kiss. So boy, let me get back and look at pinch your head HP. Because I was, expecting +2 with the stab bonus. Yeah. And look at this. Gyro bar. Nearly dead. So at this point I'm like, yeah, that's game. The man had me on the back foot, that's it. Me can't do nothing for win. So I decided, you know, I don't realize that, yeah, not looking good. I'll just go for the another stored power. And as I tell him, I'm going to go for the other stored power. And as I tell him, you never know what can happen. My opponent now is going to make a misplay of his own by going for rapid spin. He probably was expecting, the rapid spin to kill me. But look there, survive, 19 HP. And now that's game. Because this thing at +2, once Fortress is out of the way, can take care of the rest of his team. Ability gives priority to healing moves, so Draining Kiss will kill Dragonite. Draining Kiss will, Giga Drain, sorry, will be able to take out this Float Zell, as you will see right now. And then I think all he has left back is Pelipper. And then I still have my Sunsetter, my Ninetales, and my Breloom in the back. So that's it. That's game. So yeah. Yeah, just always gotta remember, man, when you're playing this game, just always feel like you're down and out, boss, because you never know what can happen. Mistakes can be made. RNGs can save you. And I definitely say it was a lucky one for me. So luckily I managed to take home this win. Our opponent realizes that's the game. And yeah, I know next time it won't be so easy, as I'm expecting a challenge again. But hey, till next time, peace.